be a success. You'll see.
Faces you remember, films you can't forget. Every day on Silver Screen.
Mario's heroes are hiding.
Sure. Just stop screaming when you do it.
Hey, what's up?
You brought your own Armstrong cheese?
Of course, I love it.
It's okay to bring your own Armstrong cheese.
Figuring out money as a young adult can be a lot. My parents helped me open my first bank account. It gave me independence and set me up early. That's why I love Scotiabank's new preferred package for students and youth. A no-fee checking account made to help students start strong and live fully. Say yes to their richest years.
Mario's heroes are hiding some dark secrets. Behind their happy-go-lucky facade, behind all of the smiles, behind every yahoo, are stone-cold liars, traitors, and killers. But with the arrival of Mario Kart World, and as I planned my Ultimate Mario timeline, I figured it would be good to take a trip down memory lane to remind ourselves of who we're really dealing with, as well as where this channel first started. Plus, I've got a bunch of new or updated mini-theories that I'll be sprinkling throughout. So grab a few one-ups, theorists, because you're gonna need them with all the childhoods we'll be ruining today. Matt, take it away.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where we put the O in Super Mario. Sorry, Super Mario. More like super villain, because behind those plump cheeks, that bulbous nose, and that 80s porn star mustache is a truly evil man. And let me make it clear, no, that's not a joke. This isn't a psych, fooled you guys moment like we did when we were disproving Mario's communist connections, nor is this mere speculation like when we looked at the franchise's link to staged kidnappings. No, after doing the research, I am convinced that this so-called hero of the Mushroom Kingdom is in fact a murderous, womanizing animal abuser, a cruel, misanthropic sociopath.
Don't mind the fire, just doing some projects.
Get ready to have your worlds rocked, theorists.
Okay.
This one is going to be a doozy that will forever change how you feel about gaming's biggest mascot. The warning signs were present from the very beginning. Donkey Kong for the arcade featured Mario's first appearance.
Where are my cutters? I just literally had them moments ago.
The story, as we know it, goes like this. A giant ape saves Mario's girlfriend, and the heroic Italian must get her back. That's it. And it sounds good in theory, but have you ever stopped to consider why Donkey Kong steals the girl in the first place?
Well, come on. I ain't been on here 5 seconds and I can't find my shit. Oh, right on him.
We're the good guys, the evil primate to save the girl. But you know what they say about assuming, don't you? It makes an ass out of you and me. Here's the truth. Or rather, the rest of the story. Did you know that Mario was Donkey Kong's master? That he abused the ape, which is why DK broke free and stole away with
So is this just a compilation of like the entire Mario thing? Because it doesn't sound like he's gonna prove anything new.
Now you would be 100% correct in asking me, well, where does it say that Mario is DK's master? The arcade game didn't come with the story, and ports to Atari and ColecoVision give a vague Mario must save the girl plot. Other sources, like Crack.com or Wikipedia, cite the book Geektionary, which I checked out, but here at GT, we try not to rest until we have primary sources. So I dug a little deeper. This. I give you Donkey Kong Circus from the Game & Watch Gallery, the prequel to the original Donkey Kong, where we see Jumpman's side business, where he just so happens to be running a circus show, and the star attraction, Donkey Kong. DK juggling pineapples and avoiding fireballs, all while balancing atop a barrel, made to look like a fool, forced to burn his hands, scolded and laughed at when missing a pineapple. Clearly not the proper way for a great ape to be treated. A master willfully putting his pet into uncomfortable situations, physically injuring them with fire, laughing at and humiliating them. Mario's lucky that the Tanuki suit is the only thing that got PETA's attention. Oh, but dear theorists, we've only just begun. If we're talking Mario's predilection for animal abuse, We don't even need to troll the obscure reaches of the Game & Watch gallery. Mario doesn't do much to hide his violent tendencies. In the wake of Donkey Kong, upset at being forced to climb girders for his girl, Mario punishes his freshly captured ape in their next game together, Donkey Kong Jr., where he tears Donkey Kong away from his son, cages him up, and then uses a whip to defend his prize. In the final screen, Mario even whips birds to do his bidding. But what's worse than his treatment of the adult Kong is his abuse of the younger ape. Think about what we're seeing here. Mario is forcing a baby monkey to cheat death in order to rescue his father. Just look at the utter distress and fear on that poor ape's young face. In the third screen, he uses a lever to...
I don't want to listen to this. I want something new. Sure, we'll go with this one. Why am I pulling off the eyes? Because they're not fully set. They're just all super glue. So they're not secure. So. I have to pop them off and then put them on with super glue. Trim up all the excess glue while I'm at it. You're not going to work, are you? Alright, fine. Not fighting with it, I'll use a new one. Hello! I am currently trying to finish up the spider teddy bear head. And trying to find something to watch, because everything I seem to be selecting isn't seem to be loading, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Do. Yeah, I think my Wi-Fi might be giving me some hard time. Fuck. I got a market this weekend and I don't have enough stuff. And there is literally nothing I can do because I work tomorrow. I should have worked today, but I just got so tired. Fucking whore. Release me. There. This is boring. My live streams are usually boring anyway, so there's nothing new there. Yeah, something's up with the thing. Turn it off and off again. So, how's your day going? So you must be in a little bit of a different time zone than me, because it's the PM right now rather than the AM. And if you're going to school, wait, you in Australia? Because our schools are out for the summer as well, so. There we go. All the eyes are back on him. He's ready for paint. New Zealand, also an option. No, actually, if New Zealand has, I'm assuming they have a different schedule than everyone else. Northern Hemisphere and all that. Alright. Turning this guy into a jackalope. Needs to get some horns on him. Can't connect right now. Try again. Open network settings. Yeah, you're gonna be a pain in my ass. Hang on, I gotta unplug things and plug them back in. Do. Take that. Take this. That. Put that right. No, of course you won't put it there. Come here. There. Bye. Good luck on your test. You can do it. No, it's fine. Oh shit. Press OK to start. I should have started this about 4 hours ago. But I didn't. Let's try that again.
Mystery.
Jesse loves a detective.
But the real mystery was your irritated skin, so we switched to Time Free and Gentle. It cleans better and doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
And it's gentle on her skin.
Try Tide Free and Gentle with 100% money back guarantee. It's got to be Tide.
If you're someone that suffers from having sensitive teeth, but you want them whiter, I recommend Sensodyne Clinical White.
No, yeah, you're right. I don't.
Oh. We're getting emotions from Jack. We're getting emotions. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Hey y'all, welcome to GT Not Live. Today we're going into the highly requested Amazing Digital Circus episode 5. We broke apart the 4th episode previously here on the channel. That's where we saw mostly
Probably should watch
in the
episodes
fast
1 through
food
5.
environment that Kate set up. And it was a very emotional end of that episode, if anything. We left with the performance reviews, a very nice friendship moment between Zooble and Gangle, and it felt like a nice break from a lot of the tension and conflict and the little seeds of story that we've got in the first few episodes. We concentrated on Gangle, previously we concentrated on Kinger, and now we're going into episode 5. I remember there was some madness with Ragatha and the drugs, right? We saw a lot of annoyance from Jax, who just didn't want to be part of the situation at all. So I don't really know what we're supposed to be expecting here. I've been as blind as possible throughout this entire process. I have been trying to stay away from Twitter threads, or Tumblr Q&As, and all that jazz. So if there are specific posts, because I know that Gooseworks likes to interact with the community and seek out little secrets and answers to things, if there are things that pertain to that with this analysis, feel free to drop a comment and politely tell people what you know and share all the secrets and the goodness. So I don't want to hold you here, but hey, if you could like and subscribe, that'd be really cool. Without further ado, let's hop, skip, and jump right into this thing. We've got The Amazing Digital Circus, Episode 5, Untitled. I don't know why that is, but I guess we're about to find out. What do your parts say about you? Circus. Okay. So, as we've seen in previous episodes too, Zooble has always had this kind of discomfort around their body and the way that they're made up, because the parts about Zooble literally change. I think episode to episode, parts of Zooble have been a little bit different.
I didn't notice that.
Right? Yeah, like Zooble has not been fully consistent throughout the entire series. So, you know, it's kind of like this reconfiguration to try to get something that feels better, but still feeling this discomfort, right? So, to see here right off the bat, what do your parts say about you, Circus, and Zooble reading into that? Maybe we're gonna get a little more of that side of Zooble here. So, how can we help you? How can you help me, Google? Swing.
Welcome back, my candy hearts and paper flowers.
Hold on. This wasn't, because the last time we were at the fast food restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Are they covered in kelp? Pommy's about to vomit.
Yeah.
All over the floor. Okay, were we underwater? What's going on? Twing.
Whoa! That sure could have gone better. I'm sure the next adventure will be less. What?
Also, holy moly! I just want to point this out. The visual quality of the Amazing Digital Circus.
I was thinking the same thing. It looks very high definition.
Right? Like, every single episode, they've been upping their game with the way that this looks. Like, this is the most high-definition seaweed I think I've ever seen. You could see the individual cracks and the crackles within this sea plant. Very good. This looks wonderful. Wow.
Hey, can you help me count my eggs before they hatch?
Yeah. Huh? I mean, hey, if you don't know the classic phrase, don't count your eggs before they hatch, just means don't count on something unless you have confirmation for it. So, I don't know. They tend to do this thing in the Amazing Digital Circus where the first, minute or two will lay down the themes of the entire episode, and so I always focus very intensely on what they give us at the very beginning. So there's going to be a lot of stopping and pausing here just to go through it all. That's random and strange, and so it's worth calling out now.
Looks like that oh-so-positive Ragatha charm is starting to wear off, huh?
Okay, Bree. $5.
Okay.
I will bet $5 that at the end of this episode, Ragatha's gonna have a moment where she's not so positive anymore. I will bet you $5.
Yeah.
Based on what was just said there.
Yeah, because that was some good foreshadowing, if that's the case.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, they're really good at seeding that out.
Yeah.
So, maybe in this episode we're gonna see Ragatha kind of come undone in terms of the very positive, caring for others persona that she's had. She's always tried really, really hard to be a friend to Pomni and take care of her. but I've always got the sense that she's not as close to Pomni as she wants to be, and she doesn't know how to make Pomni like her. So I don't know. I just when I hear that, when I see that, I'm like, that feels like an important piece that we should carry on for later.
Have we had a like Ragatha focused episode yet?
No.
Okay.
I was wondering with the last episode if they were going to get to that, just because of
I need water.
Ragatha and the sauce, the
Need a
drug
cup
sauce,
of water.
if that was going to tie into that arc. But I don't know. She feels a little bit like a ticking time bomb.
I agree.
So we'll see. But I'm suspicious of you, episode 5.
Oh?
What was that? This is, oh my gosh, the reflections here, like, this is so, I just have to say it again, this is so nice. What was that?
Right?
Who are you?
Where did you come from?
What the heck? One of these, like, the proportional figurine mannequins that artists use, they've appeared as the NPCs throughout this series, right? Like, in the first few episodes, we saw the mannequin, like, icon on some of the doors in the main hallway where all of them have their rooms. And originally, we just kind of assumed, like, oh, maybe those are rooms that are unassigned and they're just not listed there, right? But even when we saw Gummy Goo in his little, like, NPC realm, we saw even more of those figurines and mannequins just, like, standing around. It's like, oh, are these NPCs? Are these characters with a little bit more in them? I don't know. I usually see them operating in groups. I've never seen them solo pop in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is getting weird fast. This is very quickly shaping up to be interesting.
Hot. Fucker. Hot.
Looks like this one was a home run, eh?
Are they still doing therapy? Are they still doing therapy? What episode was it? Was it episode 3 where we saw Kinger's arc and I almost cried? Where King was talking to Zubul because Zubul just wasn't connecting with the digital circus in the way that King wanted, but also Zubul was really uncomfortable with their body. And also, oh my gosh, this caption here, oh Zubul, you mismatched cash piano. I almost read that as couch potato. Anyway, hello. Is he still at it? Maybe he is.
Looks like this one was a home run, eh?
Oh. Bees. Hold on. Did I mistake egg for bees? No, the bees are here. The bees are here.
Oh, nice.
The bees are here. Yes. I remember the bees.
Great call out.
I always remember the bees. Okay. Good. I feel vindicated right now. Are there not more bees in the background? Okay, move your giant head, please. With all due respect. Eggs before they hatch as well. Let's see here. Oh, a lot of interesting little nods to what's going on. Okay. Mind Freak, Egg, Matt Pat Theory, rest in peace. I don't see anything about bees otherwise.
They say Mad Pat
He's
Theory.
working on these drawings in multiple different contexts. In the notepad, on these separate pieces of paper. So he's working on the things with Zubul in this office. Because Zubul, this experience, right? But while they're all in the fast food restaurant, he is working on bees. Bees are happening. But I knew that wasn't the first time I saw that. So I don't know what to make of that yet, but the bees are back. The bees are back.
Oh, Zubul, you mismatched cash piano. I'll dare you to pay that. Your criticism would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, again, more of Kane coming apart and glitching out more and losing control, because he's kind of losing control about the whole situation, right? With these copies of consciousness, presumably, from these people in the real world, which we know they remember aspects of their life, but, not their name, right? So, having less control or manipulation or power over that, Kane's kind of coming apart from that. So, we're seeing that here.
That's it. Everybody besides Zubul, get over here.
Oh my gosh, they're counting the eggs. Awesome.
I'm going to pitch to you some future adventure ideas, and I'm going to ask you to give me your honest opinions on them.
This is not the first time he's asked for additional, input, right? There was a suggestion box, then there was, the leak, that happened at the top of episode 4.
Yeah.
Give me your suggestions. Like, he's asking again, and it feels more desperate this
It
time.
does feel more desperate.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Sleep. All right, so I've got an event.
Oh, he did the thing!
Shit.
Ah! Did you do this? The little S's that you do with the lines?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow. What a 2000s culture deep cut.
Right?
I used to do that all the time in elementary school. What does this even refer to? Because to me, I look at that and I think of like NC State, which is a college here in Raleigh. Very big in engineering and textiles and veterinarian science. So I associate this with that now. But when I was doing that back in New York, that was just, you did the cool S.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
I don't.
Chat, if y'all know what the cool S actually stands for, leave a comment. And also, thank you in advance.
Where you all tour my amazing magic chocolate factory and get killed off one by one from OSHA violations. One where a cardiovascular system goes to war against the United States military, and one where you have to survive in a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland with a telepathic talking dog who's mean to you the whole time. What do you think?
What? What?
Wow. They all sound a little dark.
Yeah. Is that... Hold on. Let's break this down.
Where you all tour my amazing magic chocolate factory
Okay.
and get killed off one by one from OSHA violations.
Okay.
Where a sentient cardiovascular system goes to war against the United States military.
I'm trying to figure out what all of these reference. Like, a magic chocolate factory feels very Willy Wonka coded.
Yeah.
And, it works. He got, like, the cool hat and, like, the long kind of coattail situation with Kane. Cardiovascular system goes to war against the United States military. Is that like a...
That has to be.
Osmosis Jones.
Right, that feels like a... I don't know if it's more Big Brother adjacent, like, what's... Oh, gosh. Something, but I must scream.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first part, do you know?
I don't.
Okay, alright. So, we figured out that the first part was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and then it's like a, bad stuff happens. But we figured these were also movie references.
And the other one's,
so I was
the dog
looking
one
up
is a movie references
things
from,
in Google search,
like a Studios
Heart,
stop motion
cardiovascular
animation.
system
I just don't remember what the name of
versus
the
US
movie
military. I'm definitely on a list, but it's fine. I'm probably on multiple. All of that brought me to this Reddit post. So Amelie came out here and made this post on the Digital Circus subreddit. One where a sentient cardiovascular system goes to war against the US military could be a reference to The Thing from 1982. The Thing, 1982. What's... Whoa. Alright. So, based on the lovely Wikipedia, it tells the story of a group of American researchers in Antarctica who encounter the eponymous thing, an extraterrestrial life form that assimilates and imitates other organisms. The group is overcome by paranoia and conflict as they learn that they can no longer trust each other and that any of them could be the Thing.
Oh, I thought that was a reference to
Interesting.
something
This is
else.
based off of a novella. Okay, I can kind of see it. It feels like a more loose connection. And the one where you have to survive in a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland with a telepathic talking dog who's mean to you all the time is literally one-for-one the plot of A Boy and His Dog from 1975.
Never mind.
Yes, it's a real movie and it's very disturbing. Okay. A Boy and His Dog, let's check that out. In the company of his telepathic dog, Blood, when the pair encounters an underground community, the leader's daughter, Quilia, seduces Vic into their fold, separating him from Blood, who's left to survive on his own. But once Vic discovers he's been lured there solely for mechanized procreation, he realizes he's doomed unless he can escape and rejoin Blood. That's bizarre. But heck yeah. I think the only one here, because this feels right. I'm totally down with Willy Wonka. The Thing is the only one where it's like, I don't know. Okay. I'm just going through the comments to see what other people are saying about this. Ulugus. The cardiovascular system one is also most likely a direct reference to Goose's character, General Nausea. A sentient pile of blood vessels in a suit that spreads like a plague that turns humans into soldiers by turning their cardiovascular systems into living creatures. Oh, okay. I can see that being the case. I could see The Thing as well, but it feels like a looser connection than A Boy and His Dog and a Willy Wonka, which feel more direct, right? But also this one is so vague and strange. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a nod to both of these things. So shout out the Digital Circus Reddit. I was too curious and I had to figure it out. So thanks guys. I'm gonna go back to the reaction now.
I don't know. They all sound a little dark.
I can't tell a compelling story where nothing bad happens. Where's the intrigue? The stakes?
Not to mention the sex appeal.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Bubble! Bubble! Honestly, okay. I really like how unhinged Bubble is getting. Bubble's saying bad words. Words? Bubble is saying bad words. Bubble is saying sex! And you know what? Good for Bubble.
Yeah.
I also appreciate that, you know, this is a very colorful show with a lot of like fun character designs and everything. But as it goes on, it makes itself more clear that this is not a show intended for kids.
Yeah.
You know? Like, the more that these wild things keep happening, the more it's like, no, this is just animation for, like, teens and adults. And, hey, animation for teens and adults and people who are not, like, young children can be popular and can be successful. So I think it's really cool that the Digital Circus has succeeded in this way because, again, it's animation for an older audience. That's no shade to Bibsy Pop or any of them. It's just multiple examples of how animation can be successful for an older and more general audience. So,
What are you talking about?
You know, you could always try the suggestion box. Honestly, didn't hate the last one we did with it.
You didn't hate it?
It was kind of refreshing doing something grounded in reality.
Yeah, I really didn't mind that one either.
What about the rest of you?
Very much good on it.
Normally never say.
what? Hey, what?
Where did that come from?
Dude. Okay, hold on. Let me... It's interesting that the captions are honing in on Jax, right?
Yeah.
I might have to do, like, cocktail party effect where I try to selectively listen to any one of these, but let's focus on Jax first.
Normally never say.
Okay, and then Gangle run. Here, if I listen into Gangle, can you listen into Agatha?
Sure.
Cool, thank you.
What about the rest of you?
Very much good on it. If we ever do anything even close to that again, I'm getting violent.
Normally never say.
Kill Ragatha.
She didn't really give an opinion, which I feel like fits Ragatha.
Yeah.
I need ears.
I don't know about
Those
that.
are still drying.
Okay. Gangle gave more of like a, I don't know how even though it was made for, you know, based on what it didn't really feel.
Yeah, that's what Ragatha was giving too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess for both of those characters it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think Gangle
I
obviously
feel like
had a
I
very
like the
strong
other
emotional
ideas.
experience in there.
Yeah.
So it's
At
like,
least
I wouldn't
easy
really
ones.
prefer that even though it was made for, because Gangle was to be a manager and it was designed for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ragatha with the sauce and the drugs. Makes sense.
How am I gonna please everybody if you all like different things?
Can you just keep your adventures open?
You can't
You
do
can't.
it. Rule 1 of the internet. You're not pleasing everybody.
Times and let us do whatever we want.
Are you hearing this, Bubble? The Toy Box character wants us to leave the other intelligent AIs to run for a prolonged period of time.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Wants us to leave the other intelligent AIs to run for a prolonged period of time.
The other intelligent AIs to run for a prolonged period of time. So I guess that's what's powering each of these experiences and systems. Because it doesn't sound like he's referring to all of the other characters. That feels wrong. So, okay, interesting. It's like a network of them.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be hearing you. Oh, did you even say that? I don't have a mic. Awesome.
Okay, well, how about this? We'll do a lightning round.
Woo!
Do all the suggestions in the suggestion box in rapid succession. And if you don't like one, you can all vote to skip it.
Now?
Oh boy.
Grab your phones and pop your pansies, cause here we go!
Pop your pansies is not one that I have heard. Oh. Wait.
I know what this is.
Color's Paradise.
Your suggestions.
Hi everyone! In today's episode of Poach Everything, I'm going to be hunting the critically endangered red ribbon rhinoceros.
Oh no.
Okay. Jax is going down an interesting route of like, I'm gonna kill Ragatha. I'm gonna go after presumably Gangle.
Yeah.
We're talking about Red Ribbon. Jax is out for blood, and I don't really know. He's been fed up and done, and he's kind of emotionally like removing himself from a lot of what's going on. He's a damaged soul, I can tell, but it's just interesting that that's the pattern that's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Sorry, I need to see that one more time. One more time. Yeah!
Love it.
Woohoo! Awesome.
Just like Mom used to make.
Nice shot. Zach, can we get the Wii Sports voice for golf in here when nice shot pops up?
Nice shot!
Thanks, Zach. Oh my god! Running on a... Whoa!
Delicious meat.
Hey, why is he acting like a dog about it?
Right?
Does he have that dog in him?
Get that dog in him.
Oh my god, like, ah!
Oh my god.
Oopsie.
Delicious meat. One down, 4 to go.
Alright,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
going to vote. Let's skip this one. And also make Jags a vegan for the rest of the day.
Awesome. Wait, that's so cute. I love that. I love that so much. Who voted how? Okay, everyone except Jax makes sense.
Yep.
Zoobles isn't in yet, though.
What do you mean you can do that?
Sorry, Jax, democracy has spoken.
Democracy sucks.
No! Jax, you can't say that. Not in this political atmosphere, Jax, no!
Aussie 3-minute miracle gives my hair so much moisture. It detangles my hair for less breakage.
Low energy. Lift it up!
New views, new memories. No passport required. Unplug and unwind in Nova Scotia with last-minute deals on Verbo.
So we are the first ever sensory-friendly restaurant in Canada. So we hire neurodivergent talents. We also create an inclusive space for everyone to dine in.
Shake and win millions of prizes with the AliExpress $1 challenge.
Remember, if it's free, you are the product.
Real deals for just $1. Win $10,000 in flight credits and a $3,000 AliExpress shopping spree. Download, shake, win.
Oh, speaking of political.
Yeah, really. Really. Woof.
Not a position of power suited you.
God, are these all gonna be Jax's ideas?
Wow. This is especially funny because Glitch, I think, is an Australian studio. So here we are. Oh my god. What's on your desk? It's hard to tell. This is awesome. I'm zooming in too much. This is fantastic. This is like... Sometimes when I'm in really crowded areas, my friends will be like, okay, you're clearly stressed out. And this to me feels like when my friends are trying to like keep me calm and protected from a bunch of people walking around the big crowd and I am just This is like them. They get into like bodyguard mode.
Well, Miss President, looks like there are some new developments in the ongoing war between Australia and New Zealand. We may need to take some refugees.
Oh no. Also, the implication that Tommy is the president
Right?
of the United States.
I kind of love that though.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. That's my president. She's stressed out. She's nervous, but I know that she's committed.
Yeah.
I know she's passionate. That's all you can ask for. Well, no.
Well, yeah.
No. No. Competence is important.
Yes.
Tact and strategy is important.
What do you think?
Well, how do you know what to do? What?
Didn't you get the brief?
I am just being here.
Yeah.
You're doing great, homie.
Come down here.
That's... Okay, again. 1, Ragatha being overly reassuring. Hey, you're supposed to be my Secret Service. Like, put the shades back on. Put the shades back on. Get in front of the desk and, like, this is a lot, right? Ragatha goes actively out of her way, and sometimes ways that feel jarring to the scene to try to be, like, this reassuring, positive force, but it doesn't always land and hit well, right? So I'm trying to take a look at these images here. This seems to be Jax in some kind of, like, big, Doug Dimmadome hat, right? There's some kind of, I don't know what that structure is. I don't know. But little beak here, lots of baseballs. Because baseball is so American, I guess? I don't know. Ball and stick sport is not like an inherently American creation, but baseball is very important for like the forming of communities in American history and developing a local sense of pride for a bunch of immigrants coming in. Anyway, so maybe it's a subtle nod to the history of, I don't know. I just think the history of baseball is cool, okay? The history of how baseball helped shape American communities, I find really interesting. Sue me, throw me in jail. You be doing the world a service, okay? And then over here...
They shouldn't all be orange and pink, but I'm weak, and I love it.
I totally understand.
You're not.
And then...
Fiddles.
Duck. Goose works.
Gray.
You get the brief? We all got briefs on our characters.
What the heck? Okay, we all got briefs on our characters. Roll Mr. Kinger. Roll assistant.
I know there's not 19 people in here, so.
Roll assistant to the president. Brief. Australia, New Zealand.
I appreciate everyone that is wandered in.
All this written in Comic Sans, mind you. Motivations. How can we make this not our problem and still benefit? Is there a way to come out of this whole thing with ownership of both Australia and New Zealand? Does kangaroo taste good? No funny business. Do not embarrass the president of this great nation. Oh my gosh. What does this say? Oh, character breaks. Use the... No, we can go back to it.
I'm your assistant.
Is that a baby head lamp?
Yeah, read the brief.
Didn't you get one?
Okay, that might be clearer. Hold on. Okay, in case of character breaks, use the...
Oh my goodness. Pardon my butt.
Something of contemplation under the desk. Don't worry, a baby head has already been installed. Is it like the head, the baby, the what? Okay, we'll see. We'll figure it out. Okay.
Sure you will.
One, two. I figured we were all on the same page here.
It's like slightly more new. The tome. Ray, what does that say?
Hold on.
That's like the tome.
I just see have fun. Wait, where are you looking?
In case of character breaks, use the blank of contemplation under the something desk.
Mobile desk?
Yeah, I can't tell what that is.
Okay, it's like...
It's super dark.
I don't even think that Photoshop would help because it's so blurry.
Enhance. Enhance again. Enhance some more.
You're gonna have to tap into those golden improv skills.
Huh.
I didn't give you one because I wanted to see what you do.
Thanks, Jax. Appreciate it.
I'm not Jax.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on. This scene is weird. I need to sit with this. Okay. I need your opinion on this, Brie, and if leave a comment here. I need a
Cheese would be good.
counterpoint or I need a like affirmation here.
Okay.
Does Kinger feel very like very grounded in a way that we've not seen him since episode 3? Like, he seems very centered.
Yeah.
In a way.
Because the first couple of episodes, he was kind of like, not crazy, but like, you know.
Yeah, he's counting eggs before they hatch and like, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know, this just feels like a more grounded Kinger moment.
Yeah.
You have to use those improv skills. Like, he's talking with his dad voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God, you're gonna have to tap into those golden improv skills.
That especially feels like a, you know, hey champ, like, this is what we're gonna have to do here to get this done.
Yeah, he's way more level-headed.
Right? Like, except that bit at the end where he's like, I'm not Jax. Like, that's interesting too. I don't know. Something about this feels different. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you don't. This just stands out as, this is very peculiar. It's really dark under this desk. Where are we?
Yeah.
Because I know that, like, a lot of the Kinger Sanity stuff happened underground, right?
Maybe that's what it is. Like, when he's in the dark, he feels more relaxed.
Maybe. Like, it just feels like there's a pattern here. I don't know if I'm overthinking it. I just feel like he's a little bit different here. But I don't know.
I'm sorry, what? Thanks, Jax. Appreciate it.
I'm not Jax.
Yeah. Like, that part kind of throws it out of like, okay, maybe not. But I don't know. That part felt distinguished in a way.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, where'd the paintbrush go? Nothing.
I'm an Australian extremist, and I've come to detonate this bomb that'll release all the world's deadliest spiders into...
Egg. Mind coming in again. Frank? And all these, this is like Roman numerals and such here. Bees. Bees. Bees.
Bees.
Bee books. Bees. Bees. There's bees. Just making it known.
Did I pick a bad time?
Did I do that?
His acting is phenomenal. It's hard to believe he's vegan.
That's crazy. Also, this, I want to see if it looks similar enough, but this reminds me of when we saw that TV in episode 4. Jax is watching the TV. This feels like a similar space.
It does.
Like they're in the dark.
Are you smiling?
No.
Why not?
Creepy. Yeah, I wanted, this might be the same space? I don't know. It's just a similarity. Is it on the same table? Hard to say, but an interesting parallel from last time.
Yeah, more texture.
Phenomenal. It's hard to believe he's vegan.
That is such a good line. His acting is phenomenal. It's hard to believe he's vegan. Really good.
Why wouldn't the president have a bomb squad?
Don't worry, President Pommy. I believe you can do this.
Oh my gosh.
In there too.
Just be sure you know what you're doing.
Every time Ragatha comes, not every time, but it's always this like Ragatha Jax. Ragatha Jax, Ragatha Jax. Like, she comes in and she's really reassuring. Oh my gosh. She is experiencing every form of stress all at once. Sorry, that sucks. You're also in front of a bomb. I get it. But, you know, just the kind of back and forth we've seen from them in this episode already of Ragatha at the front. Then Jax walks the opposite direction, saying like, oh, Ragatha's losing it. They're talking over each other and Jax ends it with like, I want to kill Ragatha, LOL. And then here again, right? We have Ragatha being like, you got this. Jax is like, nuh-uh. It's, I don't know, it's just establishing this pattern of them going back and forth pretty heavily in this episode.
Okay, well, which wire do I cut?
Follow your heart.
You stay out of this. Should I be arrested or something?
Hey, I'm on your side.
Shouldn't you be arrested or something? Rocks.
Stay out of this. Shouldn't you be arrested or something?
Hey, I'm on your side here.
You're literally not. Like the red one?
I'd personally go with blue. Blue's my favorite color, it being closest to black and all.
You hear just the vocal difference in Kinger, right?
Yeah.
Like, he sounds different here than he did under the desk. I don't know. It's just something to call out. Also, is that like a abstraction of Kaufmo?
Oh, I did not catch that.
Like, is that, yeah, that's Kaufmo.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally Kaufmo. Yeah, interesting. Framed Kaufmo, huh? Abstracted Kaufmo.
Mm-hmm.
We met Kaufmo in the beginning. He seemed relatively close to the people in the circus. And he abstracted. And it caused some sadness. Odd.
Wouldn't black be your favorite color then?
Well, no, there's no black wire.
Hi! I'm a New Zealand extremist. And I don't know what New Zealanders threaten people.
Don't explode.
Oh.
She immediately exploded. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, anime?
Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's like Doki Doki. It's like Persona. It's we're
Yep, I think finally got out of bed.
Oh my, these images on the wall. Hello? Hello? What is going on here?
Whoever did this art style, shout out to you.
Right? This is
Hi,
awesome.
Ghetto.
This is so cool. I don't know who this character is, but they're proportionally mapped out, it seems. Sad sitting on a chair, something or the other.
I don't like this. Can it? At least we finally have one that's by someone else.
Gangle's kind of got the Sailor Moon thing going on, with like the collar on top and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of that. It's like the kind of schoolish outfit.
Yeah, there's nothing more fun than being back in school.
Just give it a chance, Jax. Jeez.
There's nothing wrong with your suggestion.
Oh my god! Oh, Gangle's drawings again. Ooh, a lot of interesting stuff here. Is that another Kaufmo reference? Down here?
Ooh, might be.
An abstraction kind of figurine?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Another kind of toy box. So, Zooble stuff.
Alright, be right back. I have to go, what time is it?
Oh!
Hang on a second. I gotta drug the cat. It's past his drug time. I'm coming, Ghetto! Time for your medicine, baby! Oh, my handsome. Where are you? That's it. Eat up, baby. There we go. Sorry I'm late, you missed me.
Interesting.
How did you know this was my suggestion?
Oh man, nothing like being in the back of the classroom and doing a bunch of drawings of your OCs, little doodles, and trying not to get caught. The pencil case is so true here. I want to see what you did. Little anime drawings? Oh, a little bow on top. Dude, that's so cute.
My suggestion.
Can you believe this, Pomni?
Is Gangle a weeb? Love her. Love her.
Hi, baby.
She draws anime. Now she drags us all into one. She must be one of them, losers.
No. No. That's not nice.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Be kind.
Right?
Or at least say what she is. Weeb does not equal loser.
No.
Can you believe this, Pomni? First she draws anime.
Also, Pomni's design is so cute.
She must be one of them, losers.
Oh, threw me out of a moving truck.
Today, we're gonna learn the popular foreign language known as English.
This is boring. I vote we skip it.
Shut up. We're not skipping it.
Slice of life animes are the worst ones. It's embarrassing.
I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy about this. Also, I kind of want to do here. Yes, cool.
No, I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, I think I learned it when I was doing the man in the suit with Matt.
Oh.
Because we did this for a lot of the Japanese. Okay, so that does say English. Cool.
So cool.
Right? Okay. Go here. I'm just curious.
God damn it. I don't know what I ate, but it doesn't want to stay around. Welcome to my live stream. Every time you hear me fart, take a shot.
Okay, cool. And then, let's see. One more. Boop. It's Mon/Sunday shift.
Interesting.
I don't know what that means, necessarily. But, okay, cool.
I mean, I guess it's not as embarrassing as that time Gangle took an anime figure and...
Oh no!
Oh.
No! I don't want to embarrass Gangle. Okay, hold on.
Do it.
I'll tell Ragatha about the figurine.
Oh.
Yes! Yes! Wait, okay. So this is like actual... That's not just like a little silly thing. This is like a recurring... I don't know if it's a bit or if we're going to find out more about the figure thing, but I was like...
Yeah.
The drip on his chest doesn't look very
like threatening Gangle with a secret.
Nice, sweetie.
What was it? An anime figure?
Animes are the worst ones.
Alright, I'll go up in the door for you.
I mean, I guess it's not as embarrassing as that time Gangle took an anime figure and...
Right?
How do you know that? Leave her alone. Let her live. I'll protect her. It's fine. It's fine. So look at more of these drawings and stuff. I imagine it's... Oh, look, it's like the same images from the doors in the hallway. All of that's over here. I don't think I recognize the design of this dress. It kind of looks like what Gangle's wearing, but... Aw, he just wants to be in a little anime escapist world.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's so fun. Let it happen. Let it be.
It's fine. I want to skip this one.
No. Ooh. Aw.
Are we just chilling for this one? Can I finally relax?
I guess so, but I prefer a little bite to my adventures.
And why don't you help yourself to a sandwich?
A sandwich?
Here.
Thanks.
Oh, they're friends. They're friends.
I love that.
They're friends. Oh.
Or sandwich?
Here.
Thanks.
Do you think Gangle is actually capable of being happy?
What?
I don't know, like her comedy mask still breaks every day. Does she think hanging out with Zubul is gonna magically fix that?
Maybe she just doesn't want to hang out with someone who's mean to her all the time.
That's what I mean to her, though.
I didn't think you cared about what other people like.
I just...
Oh.
No, yeah, you're right. I don't.
Oh. We're getting emotions from Jax.
Got some texture.
Emotions.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is an important conversation in so many regards. Alright. Just starting off, one, the juxtaposition of going straight from dunking on Gangle to do you think Gangle is actually capable of being happy? Her mask breaks every day. Well, who's doing that half the time, dude? Come on. One, or is he kind of projecting his sadness and his fear that he can't be happy onto Gangle? Because he had that look of concern in his eyes, right? This is a weird expression from Jax. And like a weirdly judgmental way to go about it, even for him.
I didn't think you cared about what other people like.
I just... No, yeah, you're right. I don't.
And now his mask goes back on, right? Of like, oh no, I'm putting mine back on if I don't care about other people. That's like maybe more like a defense mechanism, you know what I mean? But as soon as he starts going in with this negativity, guess who comes back in? Agatha, again. It is like, in this episode, we're seeing a lot of them paired together, representing like opposites and different ends of a spectrum. Just weird.
Do you have any actual friends?
Not anymore. Oh.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking about that. That wasn't meant to be.
What?
Hey, Peter! Did you see the fireflies all the way over there?
Whoa!
So that was a trigger.
Yeah, clearly.
Something happened.
Do you have any actual friends?
Not anymore.
Today we're taking off Pikachu's face.
That's like also a weird. I don't think she meant it to come out passive aggressive, but that was a very passive aggressive thing to come from Ragatha, right? Who is that referring to?
It has to be a character we haven't seen.
Or is it Kaufmo?
You think?
Well, we've seen like references to Kaufmo and his abstraction, like already in this episode, right?
Yeah.
So we never got to see parts of Jax and Kaufmo's relationship together.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might be a different character.
Yeah.
But just because I've seen the different parts of like this looks like Kaufmo, and how he did when he abstracted, right? I think that's possible, unless it's just like. LOL, what you saw was actually the Gloinks! Yeah, and that's not at all what the Gloink looks like.
Yeah.
Like, it is 110% what we are seeing is abstracting. And every way to Sunday.
Yeah.
Every way, like, come on. So,
oh, they were friends. Possibly.
They might have been buddies. They might have been good buddies. And because when Jax came in, I feel like this is worth going back and just a little.
Because he had access to the room.
What? You shouldn't have kicked anyone's room.
I mean, there is. I don't know. Like, Jax has this weird knowledge and self-awareness of, like, where he is in this space and people's secrets and stuff. But he doesn't have awareness of this.
Thanks for keeping an eye on it, copy. I'm gonna head. See ya.
Oh, just kind of gets up and leaves, right?
Yeah.
So, knowing that Jax is his little avoidant self, maybe he just wanted to get out of there, but I don't know.
They actually asked me to give you this.
He had that look in his face.
Yeah.
It's good to know he hasn't completely lost his mind.
Yeah, see?
He actually asked me to give you this.
I don't know. We weren't given a whole lot to work off of in the first episode of like what Jax and Kaufmo were to each other as friends. but like, this could be an earlier character for all I know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I think that angle is worth exploring. That maybe it's Kaufmo. Or maybe it's not. We'll see.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking about. That wasn't meant to be. Hey, Kinger! Did you see fireflies all the way over there?
It's nothing. Doesn't she get on your nerves sometimes?
I mean, she's nice to everyone.
I don't know. I think she tries way too hard. Like, we're stuck in... Why are you always pretending everything's always fine? Like, if you tell someone they're loved and appreciated every day, it kind of loses all meaning. It just feels like she's trying to take advantage of you, you know?
That sounds like some trauma.
Yeah. Again, with this idea that they're acting as opposites, right? Like, Rabbit tries really hard to pretend like everything is fine. Jax kind of goes the opposite direction of like,
Yellow.
he's overly pessimistic.
Maybe.
And, you know, aloof to what's going on.
No.
He's aware of like the situation, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I want.
He's self-aware of like the audience and that kind of thing. But drastically in the space of everything's not good. I'm causing violence. Who cares about anything anymore? And Ragazza's trying really hard to pretend that everything's okay. But at the end of the day, they're both probably very hurt in a similar way. It's just Ragatha wants all the validation and is trying to give it to get it in return, and Jax just isn't bothering to go that route. That's my read on it anyway.
It just feels like she's trying to take advantage of you, you know? Also, she's dumb and she looks weird.
Deflection!
Yep.
Deflection. Got too honest. Got too honest. We have to bring it down a notch. So that's what we're gonna do.
Excuse you. This is what peak male performance looks like. My ears and tail are kind of the pinnacle of masculinity.
Oh, Lord.
You don't have a tail?
What are you talking about? Yes, I do. It's what the? Where's my tail? Oh, do I not have my tail?
I have never
What?
seen you with a tail.
Look at that. Vegan.
What? Hey, Hans, what are you doing up here? Ah! Yes! I'm in the sky! You're stargazing, you're gazing at me, the star! So, one, hip, cool internet meme reference from Jax. Very fun. He knows everything, but not that he doesn't have a tail?
How do I not have my tail?
I have never seen you with a tail.
When would that vegan?
I love it.
They look happy.
They do, don't they?
You think after this, maybe we could...
Wait a minute. That's a bad thing.
Explain to Daddy Bubble how bad thing.
Uh-huh? Wait, what?
So much just happened.
What? Hold on, huh?
Hey, it's all okay. The choice is yours. A cosmic buffet.
Okay, have we heard them talk before? I don't remember that. But I didn't know.
I think after this, maybe we could...
Wait a minute. That's a bad thing.
Explain to Daddy Bubble how bad thing.
Does he want to create conflict? Bad stuff? What he was saying earlier? Why is the moon hitting on him?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Why is the
I'm
moon hitting on him?
What they got going on?
I don't know. I don't know. Crest? Maybe that's how he's so 3D white? With his teeth?
Maybe.
Because of the crest shape of the moon? I don't know.
They're enjoying the suggestion box adventures more than the me adventures.
Uh-oh.
You should die. You should throw a beach party.
Wait, hold on.
I think they're enjoying the suggestion box adventures more than the me adventures.
Identity crisis.
You should die. You should throw a beach party.
Why do you swear now? Forget it. Let's go to an intermission.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, something about Kane losing control, questioning his sense of self, his identity. Oh my gosh, I can't do this thing, feeling inadequate. Also just this theme of like the color separation, right? How Pomni is very like segmented with the blue and the red. And then Kane has that too, is there's this kind of like split of the self. I don't know. I I see pattern, I say pattern. Sometimes pattern is, and sometimes pattern is not. You're getting my first thoughts here, my friends. These are unfiltered, knee-jerk thoughts.
Forget it. Let's go to intermission.
Intermission. Also, so much here. Okay, hold on. So, let's see where this is. All right, fast food. Pomni has Gangle's back. Tender moment. All right, episode 2. Spike's fighting the gummy goo truck. Cool. This is like, is this episode 3 in that haunted manor? The light shining through the hallway? Maybe?
Maybe.
This is, not entirely sure here. This is Zubul therapy?
Sure.
This is episode 3.
A little cut, like scissors.
More therapy. I'm starting to get
This feels slightly more safe. On my fingers.
Gummy goo. NPC Underground. Ragatha getting drugs. Jax having a moment in fast food. Gummy goo. A lot of gummy goo in this. Gangle's anime moment. Back here, episode 2, going into the Sweets Land. Is that the pilot? When Honey's going through that original spot. This is the office at the end. Gummy goo. Not being in the right place because if humans and NPCs are in the same, then they get confused and King doesn't know what's going to happen with that and that whole situation. Big Eye Pomni. Okay, I think that's all of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially the major emotional beats of the show thus far.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not these scissors. Make sure you use the proper scissors.
Whoa!
Love this animation.
Ooh! Ooh! Oh, fun! What? What? Oh boy. Okay. Whoa! Whoa! What is going on here? Why are you a frog? Why are you a frog?
I love the poses.
Jax is like Vogue posing.
Right?
Zubul's got cool guy stance.
It's a magazine shoot.
Yes, it is. I don't know what this is supposed to be. This is me up against the wall at any given point. I like to do this like.
Oh.
So, this is what I tend to do. Pomni's going up against the wall. Oh God, I have to engage my core for this. No. No. But I am.
What are you doing? I am creating monsters. Some plushies.
Okay.
Pikachu's coming out. Hang on. No, get back in, Pikachu.
So that means I can do
My
a whole
fault.
bunch
I
of
should have paid more attention to his drying process.
And I just wanted to say that.
I'm ruining your childhood. One monster at a time.
Ooh. 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 Oh.
Oh.
Wait, whoa.
Who's that? Is that the friend?
That might be the friend. Oh, okay. Kaufmo.
Yep.
X. Mannequin. X out.
Also got the abstraction eyes.
Yeah. Abstraction coming in at the top, at the bottom.
Yeah.
So Kaufmo and Mannequin, and like we saw the isolated kind of figure, the figurine, whatever, at the beginning, right? Popping up from behind that cube. So it's Kaufmo, figure, Jax running around, and then stopping, looking at
a frog.
You mean to tell me? Hold on.
Oh.
frog door,
Frog sweater?
frog sweater, frog, frog.
It's like we knew.
Come on, try.
It's like we knew, except we didn't.
No, that's actually crazy.
It's
if
the
that's
magic.
the reference, ever being like posed like a frog.
I don't know what this is, but I like it a lot too.
Interesting.
Jack's looking back. I wonder. This is Bizarre Town. This is Bizarre Town.
Poppy's getting into it.
Yeah, good for her. I know a lot of people have been very like about Pomni on the internet, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is just like a, well, this is what y'all do. I'm gonna poke fun at you a little bit for it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Who is this?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
Hey, what are we doing right now?
Transitioning.
Why? Hello?
And now back to the show.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That was a weird magical mystery tour,
Yeah.
to say the very least. It was very fun.
It was. I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, me as well. All right, my friends, that's where we're going to leave it today.
What?
We have a lot to digest
Come on.
here, y'all. I mean, first of all, who was that NPC figure artist reference thing at the very beginning? Why was it moving on its own like that, right? 2, this dynamic between Jax and Ragatha. We're going to hit a breaking point with that, as, you know, foreshadowed by the beginning. So where is that going to take us? And Kane starts breaking down how is that going to change the dynamic and what happens in the digital circus, right? How do we get from here to episode 6? What's our big kickoff, right? So there's a lot that still needs to be uncovered, and we're going to do that next time. In the meantime, if there's anything that you've seen on Twitter or Tumblr, any thoughts you have that maybe we haven't talked about here in this episode, feel free to leave a comment and have some
I
fun
wish you tried a little
theoretical
faster.
discussions in the comments, and we'll do our best to see if we can incorporate those into the next episode and dive into those a little bit deeper. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember, my friends, this was not a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya.
You're running from this. You're gonna drip.
It's mesmerizing. Cleaning that greasy mess with Dawn Platinum.
And not even scrubbing.
Well, fluff my feathers. It cuts through the slimy stuff better than their old dish.
Big
Removing
glue
99%
drip
of grease.
right down there.
That's why only Dawn is trusted to save wildlife.
Finding your perfect home is only the beginning. Luckily, when it comes to contracts and paperwork,
I'll walk you through everything.
your realtor knows how to navigate it all.
Don't worry.
Secret of the Mimic is finally here, and it changes everything.
Everything.
Our understanding of the books, our understanding of the timeline, and our understanding of the characters we've come to know over the last 11 years. But as always, I'm here to pull an Afton, or an Edwin, as it turns out, and put it all back together. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that's jaw has been hanging open like a badly made Chica costume ever since the release of FNAF's Secret of the
I don't
Can I
care.
not
I've already
remember
heard this one. Give me something new. Sure.
100 years ago, proms became a beloved high school tradition. But which decade has the most influence on the dresses we wear today? We are about to find out. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Style Theory, the show that always delivers on its promises.
Prom is a rite of passage for many people. Something that they've looked forward to since the first time they watched Mean Girls or Pretty in Pink. The dancing, the dates, the dress. Oh, the dress. No shade to the he, she, or they that you are planning to go to the dance with, but we all know that the dress is really what you are most excited about. So, what dress do you pick to get that perfect prom photo for your memories? To know that, we need to take a little journey back through time. Because prom, as we know
I didn't get
today,
it.
started 100 years ago. Oh yeah, to celebrate 100 years of glitter, sequins, and glorious gowns, we are taking a promenade through the past 100 years of prom dresses to figure out which decade really had the best look and which ones hold the most influence over the dresses we see today. Why are we doing this, you may ask?
Because I never went to prom, and we're about to fix that.
By the end of this episode, I won't just have one prom photo. I will have 100 years worth of prom photos to fill up my theorist scrapbook. Let's get clicking.
Are you coming?
Way back.
That is a new generation of...
I don't care TikTok right now. What's up? Come on in. What? You okay? What's up, you chatty catty?
Linda, leave a message.
Go on up. Your food's on the table. Your table. Not the kitchen table, despite you want it to be there.
Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I called Chester earlier, but he couldn't hear me.
Okay.
Oh well, anyway. What's going on?
I got the yard mowed. Yeah, I'm in the basement. Yeah, I got the yard mowed, but it's still pretty wet out there.
Oh, that's alright. We'll mow it again, and then we'll take care of that.
Yeah.
I'm just picking up some rocks in the yard. Anything else going on? I was going to ask you about something. I forgot what it was.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My Fitbit light will not go off.
The light,
It hasn't gone off since you said it last time.
I don't know. I'll have to take a look at it when you bring it in.
I found it on everything. I probably have to go to the site.
Yeah, you might have to actually look up the manual.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try that tomorrow.
Alright, good luck, Mom.
Or
If not, I'll
the
swing
next
by
time
and...
I see it.
Yeah, swing by the
That's quite
work and
alright.
I'll let it go.
It's just that the battery goes dead faster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Ow. Mosquitoes.
They love you.
Okay, I'm going inside now.
Alright, night, Mom. Love you.
Okay, I'll be...
The mosquitoes love you more.
Alright, thank you. Night, night.
Night. Alright, it's my mommy. Nice. There we go.
In ye very olden days, circa the 1800s, the promenade was the place for co-eds to mix and mingle, albeit under much stricter standards of mingling than we typically see today. Think proper and high society skills, and of course, chaperones to keep everything above board.
Hey, make room for Jesus.
These university dances, yes, university, not high school, were the evolution of the debutante ball of the 18th century. Those balls were very formal, full gowns, gloves, and tuxedos. It was the event where women of a marrying age were presented to polite society as ready to court. Choices were made. Promenades, however, were a little looser than that, with less formal attire and less specific intention. But it still served as a way for those of polite society to find their potential partners, at least until we hit the 1920s. The golden age of jazz didn't just usher in a new culture of fashion and speakeasies, it brought the promenade to high schools, and thus the beginnings of our modern day idea of prom was born.
This is our 1920s dress, and I'm extremely excited because I've never worn anything from the 1920s, and I've never worn a prom dress. Now this one is a recreation because it's hard to find a vintage prom dress from the 1920s in my size. Ooh. Ha! It's a lovely rusty brown color, and I'm super excited. Ooh! Ooh, she's pretty. Ooh! Oh my god, she's pretty. Look at her. I'm so excited to wear this.
While most people think of the 1920s fashion scene as flappers, and more flappers, not everyone everyone was dancing the cell block tango. The younger generations were more conservative, though inspired by the same fashion trends. Drop-waist dresses with unique trims and lace embellishments were in high demand, typically in bright colors, but for formal events, blacks and browns were also pretty common. Shoes ranged from conservative Mary Janes and loafers to the scandalous kitten heel, if you were feeling fancy. Accessories were also popular, with hats and gloves being considered suitable for everyday and formal occasions. The most popular at the time being the grandmother of the modern-day bucket hat, the cloche, meaning bell for its bell-like shape. Cap sleeves and sleeveless dresses were common with both rounded and V-shaped necklines, while women's hair was typically short and styled in a bob or finger waves, as you can see.
Now, teens in this era would probably be wearing one of these cloche hats. However, mine doesn't want to fit. However, the rest of the dress, pretty cute. This is a velvet dress, has a lot of beading. It's a little big for me up here. We're seeing a bit of a different kind of gaping than I think we're supposed to. And it has a dropped waist, which instead of sitting at your natural waist, it sits at like your hips, creating an illusion of a longer torso, which is what they wanted back in this razzle-dazzle area. And I appreciate that dress shows off a little leg. It comes to about mid-calf, which is, very scandalous for the 1920s. We won't see headlines this short for a couple decades after this.
From there, the prom hype exploded, and by the 1930s and 40s, it solidified itself as a high school tradition.
So here's some hard truth. eBay kind of failed me on the 30s and 40s. I couldn't find anything that was in my actual size or that was a prom dress. But don't worry, we have some wild dresses coming up from other decades, and one, I can't believe that this was something someone actually wore to prom.
But first, we need to take our first prom photo. Where the 1920s were a little more fluid with their fashion choices, the 30s and 40s were the height of wartime fashion. Most families couldn't afford fancy fabrics, meaning cotton and repurposed fabrics were often seen for formal attire. This is also where we start to see the corsage make their appearance. Wearing flowers given to you by your date is a tradition that goes all the way back to ancient Greece, when it was used as a form of perfume to hide a person's BO. Back then, the flowers were pinned to the center of the bodice, but when they were reimagined for prom season, they migrated to the wrist. For hair, curls were very popular, especially the victory curl, styled to mimic the movements of fighter planes. The popular dress silhouette shifted from dropped waists to using a bias cut, which involves cutting the fabric at a 45-degree angle instead of straight. This created a more figure-hugging look that still remains popular today. Extravagant sleeves and bows helped bring a sense of joy and whimsy to an otherwise tense time. And it's a trend we'll see pop up again in a few decades. But did any of these decades leave their mark enough that we still see it today? We'll have to wait and see once we get to them all. Just as fashion has evolved thanks to new advances in technology, so has the internet. Nowadays, you need 15 different subscriptions just to watch your favorite shows. Or you did until now. NordVPN isn't just browser security, it's a game changer. And our partner for today's episode. If you're scrolling online without a VPN in this, the year of our theory 2025, then listen up, because you are putting your personal information at risk. Scammers and data collecting agencies are finding new ways every day to get their hands on your data. But with Nord, you can fight back. Thanks to their next generation encryption, you never have to worry that someone on the dark web is spying on you. And neither is Nord. You see, NordVPN has a no logs policy, meaning that while you get all the safety benefits, they don't store any of your information. It's a win-win. And you're going to keep on winning, because when it comes to watching your favorite shows, you'll never be denied access because of where you live ever again. Yeah, if you didn't know, services like Netflix have different show and movie options depending on what country you're watching from. Hoping to catch up on the Hunger Games before the new movie comes out next year? Only available on Netflix Canada. Did Gaga's epic Coachella performance give you a craving to relive her A Star Is Born era? Well, that well is pretty shallow because it's only available on Dutch Netflix. But I told you that NordVPN was a game changer, and I meant it. With NordVPN, you can switch your location faster than you can flip to a new streaming service, and for less money. For you loyal style theorists, Nord is offering a huge discount on their 2-year plan, plus 4 extra months completely free. Yeah, 4 months for free. All you need to do is Go to nordvpn.com/styletheory or click the link in the description to get started risk-free with their 30-day money-back guarantee. That's nordvpn.com/styletheory to start taking control of your internet today. For now, we need to move on to the next era on our 100 Years of Prom Dresses tour. And the next dress is so high school.
Get ready to enter in to the 50s with an actual vintage prom dress from the 1950s. Okay, this is like that taffeta kind of feel. That's what this is. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. Look at her. This is authentic from the 1950s, and I am so excited. Okay, let's go to the sock hop.
When the 1950s rolled around, proms were bigger than ever, and so were the dresses. In the post-World War II world, extravagance was the name of the game. Fashion no longer had to just be functional. It could be fun again. Ruffles, tulle, and bows were the bee's knees, and silhouettes were inspired by Dior's new look. Waists were snatched, and skirts were huge.
Welcome to the 50s. Listen, I don't know what proportions the women of the 50s had, but like this
The Happy Meal. Loved by parents, adored by kids, and even rumored to be a favorite of kings and queens. The Royal Supper, featuring the Happy Meal.
July 16th, when you buy a Tim's coffee, you'll help build a better future for Canadian youth and help them write the story they deserve.
This fits everywhere, but this waist is so tiny. How did you breathe? This was made in the 1950s to go to a prom. Oh my gosh, look at these bows. They're so cute. Admittedly, this is very much like the color of my skin, so I am giving Snow White right now. So in the 50s, off-shoulder was very popular, and we have this like faux off-shoulder with a little ruffle up here, which is really pretty. This was the time where like youth dress didn't really exist. Like you didn't have a juniors and a teen section the same way that we do today. I'm pretty sure someone handmade this dress for their prom. The fabric choice feels very much of that era, and it feels very much like something my grandma would make. And no shade to my grandma, she made the one dress that I've ever worn to a school dance, which was homecoming. You'll see that later in the 2000s. It's cute. It feels like something my grandma would have worn. Now the makeup of this time was very, very simple. We have very simple eyeshadows, very simple lips. It wasn't too bold. It wasn't shooting your face. It was very traditional at the time.
You also saw a change in mainstream modesty standards. T-length dresses showing off a little ankle became commonplace, and even a shoulder or two could get a little sunlight. Most hairstyles were curled, either in tight ringlets like the poodle or loose waves like the pinup.
The hair of this era was often short, often very curled, and very much not what my hair is today, but ponytails rose in popularity at this time with youth culture. They loved to decorate it with things like ribbons, bows, flowers, and so I tried to channel that for our prom look for this decade. I think I did okay. I feel inspired by the 50s. What do you think? Am I getting invited to prom in this? I don't know. I think I'm getting cast in the next off-brand Disney movie though, but I think that means it's time to take our prom photo and head off to the 60s.
The 1960s saw dresses get slimmer, favoring the newly popularized sheath dress over the volume of the 50s. You can thank stars like Audrey Hepburn for making that popular. This silhouette defined the waist and slimmed the hips, but that wasn't the only option available. For all you fans of Bridgerton, get ready because this one is for you. By the late 60s, the empire waist was also a go-to option, and both of the silhouettes are ones that we still see being popular today. Hair was either high, like the beehive or the bouffant, or short, like the pixie and the bob. Now, unfortunately, I could not get my hands on a vintage 60s dress, so we'll have to do a little Photoshop magic to fill in our scrapbook for this decade. But oh boy, you are not prepared for the dress I have for our next decade, the 70s. This decade saw a huge shift in prom fashion. Gone were the Grease and Breakfast at Tiffany's dresses. Instead, it was time to get down on the farm. Formal wear became a lot more casual, bringing in ruffles and patterns that would look right at home on Little House on the Prairie. While off-shoulder and sleeveless dresses were still popular, the biggest trend was long sleeves. Either on the dress or with the matching jacket, this more laid-back look took center stage. However, Most of the options I found on eBay were not my size. And so I ended up with this.
Alright, our next dress is the 70s, and this one, if you can't tell, is straight from eBay. This is a vintage party dress from the 1970s that the listing told me it was used at a prom. So let's take a look. Oh. Oh no. Alright, well, this is the matching over jacket. Very Bridgerton, and the actual dress. Oh, okay. The actual dress is this. It has a lovely lace overlay, this lovely blush pink color, and
Okay, I need one of the
spaghetti
jars.
straps. The
Where are the
ever-prevalent
jars?
thing in so many decades. Why? Maybe it will look better once I put it on?
It's that bad.
It's that bad.
Is pure lace, and it's very itchy. I don't think it's super flattering. We do see the beginnings of what will be our 80s shoulder pads up here. They're little baby shoulders, a little poof, smaller
this will work
version
for
of
this
the
guy?
1930s that we then see a resurgence of next decade. However, right now I feel very Jackie O on the prairie. There are some good things about it. The actual lace is really nice. The lace pattern on the dress itself is really nice. The ruffles are ruffling. You can see that the 70s took maximalism as a pattern sense rather than the rest of it. The actual silhouette of this dress is very simple. It's really the rest that's a lot. I feel very much like I could be a 70s wallpaper.
Where's the thing I'm looking for?
Now, while long sleeves were insanely popular in this decade, there was another type of silhouette that was equally popular, and that is our reveal. We're having a Drag Race reveal moment, everybody. Whoa! Look at those shoulders! This cut is very similar to stuff we'll see in the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, even 2025. This is like the grandmother of a corset top that is really popular today. But when it came to hair, you had some leftover curls and volume of the 60s, but you really saw two other styles rise to popularity. Feathering, which came to popularity thanks to people like Farrah Fawcett on Charlie's Angels, where the hair really whipped back and had a very feather-like, voluminous quality to it. As you can see today, straight, extremely long hair, thanks to the icon that is Cher. Thank you, Cher, for making my hair easy to do this decade. Speaking of easy hair, next decade is going to be insanely easy for me to do. But first, we need to take our prom photo. But if you think the 70s had wild hair, wait until you see our next decade, the 80s. Much like the styles of the 40s and 50s, the prom trends of the 1980s like to keep it big, bold, and beautiful. And they took it all to the extreme.
Now we come to one that I am so excited for. This is the 80s. I might have straight hair today, but my hair was made for the 80s. And the biggest thing about 80s is volume. And this dress is volume. Oh my god, you can already see it. Look at her. The polka dots. This is a party. I'm so excited to put this on. I can't even wait.
Inspired by rising stars like Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, and the Brat Pack, this decade changed the idea of what a prom look could be. We are in the 80s, baby! I did wash my hair specifically for this dress because this is all natural, baby. 80s loves big hair, and my natural hair can do that. And it matches the dress so perfectly. I have tears, I have ruffles. Look at the shoulders. They come out, they're pointy shoulders with little ruffles.
My god, come on.
This is a button that does nothing. I added a little Madonna-esque 80s bow up here. Look at this. Look at this. Who is she? She's an 80s queen. This might be my favorite look of the whole episode. I feel like Cyndi Lauper. It's my episode. I can cry if I want to. Now, in this time period, this was everything. You wanted to mix your patterns. You wanted to mix your fabrics. The 80s was about throwing everything on your body, and that is what we're doing. It was also about being big hair, big shoulders, big skirts, everything big, everything bold, and everything to draw
attention. We see elements of this pop up everywhere. One, we have a carryover of the long sleeves from the 70s, which is pretty iconic. Two, I feel like we're gonna see these fabrics. This tiered look is gonna come back. I can tell you that for certain. I feel like we'll see these kind of embellishments, these extras, these patterns. This is a vaguely floral, but also kind of like edgy, grungy kind of pattern. These dots, I can feel them. They're a little like raised from the rest of the fabric. These kind of elements that pop off of the dress, I feel like we're gonna see those come back in future decades.
This is gonna make one epic prom photo. That look is so...
Tim's loaded bowls now bring more to the table. More chicken, that is. Served in habanero, barbecue crispy chicken, and cilantro lime. Mealtime differently with Tim's loaded bowls, now with more chicken.
So, babes, I'm starting to see where our modern day prom looks get their glitz from, but we still have a few decades to go.
And now it's time to electric slide into the 90s and enter the 90s. This is very grunge, but I really like it. It's a little small for me. I think I'm not quite that 90s freak, but I still really like it.
You just say anorexic, it's okay. We were all there.
I love the stone detailing up here. I love the velvet. I love the flowiness down here. It's something that you would have seen in Buffy. I feel like Faith from Buffy would wear this to prom. And if I can be even half as cool as Faith, then I've won. This dress is very much an homage to the 80s, like the late 80s with those hairy slip dresses, and the mid to late 60s where we saw the umpire waist come back. So we're really seeing a blending of decades. We're seeing very early stage prom silhouette with very late stage prom fabrics and accoutrement, which makes it a pretty good blend of the past and the present.
This is also the age of diversification. Rather than one or two main trends, the 90s saw the early stages of the micro trend. Shawls, beads, cowl necks, they all had their moment. But when you think of the 90s, the dress I found is probably the pinnacle of the decade.
The makeup of this era was also a mix between like very intense and very minimalistic. Think no eyeliner, but a lot of mascara, some eyeshadow, and a bold lip was pretty popular. Think Drew Barrymore, Jessica Alba did it quite a few times. I love this kind of makeup. I don't tend to do it because I'm very much an eyeliner girly. This era was a lot of updos, a lot of messy buns, a lot of exaggerated hair. Think like barrettes, crimping. Think odd curls and a lot of gel to slick it back. We're in that era, and I feel like it could transition into the early 2000s pretty easily. We're partying like it's 1999. I'm wondering if the computers are gonna stop working because it turns to 2000, and apparently that was too hard to do.
This was the era of over-the-top promposals, too much fake tan, and Taylor Swift taking a fan to prom. That actually happened once upon a prom. Yeah, it was a wild time to be a teenager. As someone who would have loved prom in the 2000s, I feel like I'm the right person to say this. The 2000s were not a pretty decade for prom looks. The makeup was bold, with way too much eyeliner and a big I'm in my blue eyeshadow kind of vibe. And when it came to the dresses, the prints and colors were even bolder. It's safe to say that the looks of this era were an accidental homage to the 80s trends we saw earlier. While there were a wide variety of popular necklines from halter to strapless to off-shoulder, the one thing your dress needed to have was bling.
Our final dress before we head to the mall is our 2000s dress. And I'm really excited because I don't know if I'm about to be inspired or traumatized. Ah! Oh, it also has some lovely paper. ASMR moment. Ooh! Oh my gosh. Look at the beading and the sequins. Look at that craftsmanship. She's heavy. On these spaghetti straps, they are doing the work here. The amount of beading. Ooh, it has pads. Ooh, you don't have to wear a bra with this. This is so pretty and it's so perfect for the last couple decades. Let's find out why.
I went to one dance in my entire school career. Homecoming, sophomore year, we don't talk about it. And this dress is as close to that one as I could find. Look at this baby. We all all go through awkward phases. It's okay. It gets better. It gets gothier.
Let's have it for our 2000. Look at this dress! Oh my gosh! I feel really pretty. I am blown away. When I saw this on the listing, I did not think it was gonna look this pretty. Like, look at the beading. Oh my gosh. Ooh. The butt is dazzling. The butt is being dazzled. All of the bling.
I need to get something.
I just lose a bead. You have the spaghetti straps, which just ever since the 90s never went away. This blue, this like navy to like lighter blue, is so iconic and synonymous with prom dresses lately. And I mean, why not? It's Style Theory's color. And I know that this is the 2000s and the 2010s, but it's yada 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 yada. However, I don't feel like this is a dress where a shorty can get low. No, we're not gonna get low on the floor here. I feel like this really pays homage to the 60s where we saw that slim silhouette and a bit of the late 80s where we saw the slip dresses come in. And so we're seeing the 80s really make its mark on prom dresses. So thank you 80s for the love of the dazzling and for the love of a slip. Now in the 2000s we had a lot of half updos, down hair. Hair was doing everything. I did a little bit of a half up, half down, and hopefully, you know, it feels a little of the time. This is much longer hair than I had in 2000.
Moving on to the 2010s, the overall look was surprisingly similar, albeit with better makeup thanks to the rise of beauty tutorials.
Tell me in the comments what your ideal prom court of YouTube would be. Like, who's prom queen, who's prom king, who's the other people in the court? I think it would be hilarious to find out.
Blue was still a primary color for formal wear, and the love of all things shiny and bedazzled did not go away. Instead, it was the silhouettes that morphed, with prom goers trading in the long formal gowns for two-piece sets, corset tops, and high-low skirts. So the, let's call it very extra stylings of the 2000s never quite went away. So this dress was like double duty for our scrapbook.
And she's for prom!
Which brings us full circle to where we started this episode, at the mall. So what does the 2025 prom dress look like? Let's explore. To finish out our 100 years of prom dresses, I want to find the ultimate prom dress. The one that best represented all of the trends that are popular today. Lucky for us, there were plenty of options available. One that called back to prom's 100 years of history. I grabbed 4 options to try on, all ones I thought could be the 2025 dress. Let's start with dress number 1.
It is very Wednesday Addams. It has the ruffles like we saw in previous decades, the lace appliques that we saw in so many previous decades. What makes
Stop hurting me!
Is this
Let me cut you open.
That seems to be the big thing. And then huge bows. Huge bows. I can really see the influence of the 80s, the 2000s, a bit of the 50s, I think, and probably the 60s as well. It would also go great with my comic boots today. A look.
But not the look. On to dress number 2.
This is definitely the bodycon. This is that, like, va-va-va-va. And, she has that high slit, that's so 2010. We have a spaghetti strap situation going on up here. Very collarbone forward. This is the epitome of my high school era. And it's still here. That's wild to me. It's pretty though. I wouldn't say this is me, but it's definitely the epitome of the prevalent prom themes. So much sequins, so much bedazzling glitter, bling everywhere. The shoulder showage that we've seen for most decades. I'm gonna pass on this, but it shows that the 2000s and 2010s haven't died away.
And neither did the love affair between prom and blue dresses. Yeah, this wasn't the only blue dress we tried on today. Bring on dress number 3.
We have the mini dress. I feel very much like this is a baby of the 70s, 80s, and 2000s. It's not bad. It's cute. I don't feel prom-y in it though. I like the square neckline. I think that that's very flattering. I like the glitter. Look at how she shines. She's a shiny girl. I like having a long sleeve option. We can see the influence from all those previous decades on this dress. But this dress does not want to stay on me. So this is going to be a pass. I'm really excited about the next one though. We're about to try on that dress. See you in a sec. Don't tell anyone these fell off. I'm sorry, Macy's. I'm sorry.
Dress 4 was my last hope for a dress that summarized 2025 and the past 100 years of prom.
This might be my favorite. Yes, we're doing florals for spring. It's groundbreaking, but
It's so pretty. It has the corset top that seems to be the epitome of 2025 prom dresses. It has the ruffly, wide tulle waist. I also feel like these 3D appliques of the flowers coming out of the skirt are the next level of the ruffles, bows, and accoutrement that we saw throughout the decades. This feels so 2025 to me. I feel like this might be our dress. Would you go to prom in this dress? Because I think I will be. Why not wear white? It was a really big color back in like the 50s and the 60s. It's very classic. Brings in that old time feel with the new age types of accoutrement, the corset, everything about this feels like it epitomizes
Take off one
our
of these
decades.
eyeballs.
You have the glitz, the glam, you have the regalness of our early decades, all in one 2025 dress. I think we found it. So let's take our prom.
And we can finally add our final photo to our 100 Years of Prom Dresses scrapbook. Looking back at this journey, it's clear that when it comes to influential decades, few have left their mark as much as the 1950s, 60s, and 80s. The cuts and silhouettes of the 50s and 60s still show up in our modern day prom dresses, with a little added flair of the 80s. Listen, the 80s walked so that the colors, glitter, and experimental takes on design we've seen since the 2010s could run. So tell me, which of these looks would you crown prom queen? Cast your vote in the comments below, and remember, while we all want to take that perfect prom photo in the perfect prom dress, in the end, it's the memories you make that really matter. But hey, that's just a theory. A style theory. Keep looking sharp. Coming up next on Style Theory, we are testing activewear from 3 different brands: Amazon, Zara, and Lululemon, which just happens to sort into 3 easy price tiers: the steal, the affordable, and the expensive.
Just gather your stuff. We'll wait for you by the exit.
Can Costco be couture? Hello Internet, welcome to Style Theory, where once again we're asking the age-old question, will it fashion? Listen, with everything these days feels like it costs an arm, leg, and kidney, we're all looking to save a little money where we can. So today we are challenging the king of savings, Costco, to the ultimate fashion challenge to see if Costco
Fucking whore.
as couture. Y'all know the Costco guys hate to see me comment. Now I'm going to be testing 3 levels of outfit: casual, date night, and of course, couture. And oh boy, does Costco have its work cut out for it. You see, it's May, and May means it's time for the Met Gala. So today I'm going to be attempting to make a Met Gala worthy look at Gold Star member prices. And one thing that's going to make this challenge that little bit harder, well, I've never been to a Costco before. With a brand new Costco membership, we are going to walk around to get our 3 levels of outfit, and I'm really excited because I've never actually been to a Costco before. I feel like we need to take a look around, survey what's happening, see what extra bits we can add to our outfits, and hopefully not go over budget. So let's explore to Costco. Each look will be judged by 3 criteria: price, Costco purity, and does it fool you, the loyal theorist? Yes, I was sneaky, and I asked you all over on Instagram a few weeks ago to guess the price of some outfits with no context. So here's the context. Now, to pass our price category, I will have to do this all on a budget of $150 for everything. So grab a drink and a double chunk chocolate cookie, because we are about to ask Costco, will it fashion? Walking into Costco, I didn't know what to expect. There's a slip and slide from the ceiling. Costco was amazing. My inner Florida is very happy.
Have you slide on it from here?
You go, ah! It's like at the other end of the Lucky Charms rainbow. That's what's at the other end. The first ever Costco Wholesale Corporation, Costco for short, opened on September 15th, 1983 in Seattle, Washington. Founded by Jim Seingal and Jeffrey Brotman, Costco was one of the first warehouse clubs to start selling bulk items with low markups, making it a super affordable option. All you needed was an annual membership, basically like a subscription service for your groceries. While it started as a place designed to give small business owners affordable goods, it quickly became the place to go for the everyday person or family looking to save a little money. But is it where you should go for fashion? Or rather, is there
Pardon me?
even fashion to find at Costco?
Where else is our clothing? I think I finally spotted the clothes.
Costco's clothing section was not quite what I was expecting. I know, I shouldn't have expected a mall inside a warehouse store, but the teeny tiny clothing section left me feeling a little bit worried about our chances.
So we found the clothes. We just need to find something that fits the tailored for you theme that we can use at 3 levels of outfit. We have our work cut out first.
Costco sells a mix of brand names and its own Costco label, Kirkland, named for the city where its headquarters was formerly located. However, and no shade to Costco, it doesn't have everything. As a store meant for buying bulk items like a 200 pack of paper plates or an entire pallet of water, it means that some of the individual smaller items end up being a little lacking.
A lot of button downs. Ooh. So my worry is that most of the clothing I'm finding are for kids or men.
The shoe department was also a struggle, given that they really only seem to have one option: sneakers.
Oh, they have Pumas here. We could do a white sneaker moment. That seems pretty on brand. Hurley. We even have Adidas. So I don't think everything's going to be a sneaker, but if we can make a sneaker work, we won't lose a point to not being pure Costco.
Yeah, reminder that for each of our outfits, they'll be given a Costco purity score, meaning how much of the outfit came from Costco and not from my closet. I can supplement pieces from my wardrobe if we are really struggling, but it will count against the final outfit. Here's the struggle between wanting to make a great outfit and get a good grade is real, y'all. And also, did you know that sneakers are expensive, even at Costco? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see if we have the budget for that. While we have some wiggle room for our casual and date night looks, our couture outfit is meant to be a Met Gala worthy outfit, or as close to it as
I glued it to the table.
The theme for this year's Met Gala is tailored for you. Each year, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, aka the Met, holds a charity gala attended by the most stylish of the rich and famous, that's inspired by their current art exhibit in their Costume Institute. For 2025, the exhibit is honoring Superfine, tailoring Black style, which highlights the tailoring and design of menswear with a focus on the history of Black excellence in the genre. If you want to learn more about that, I highly recommend checking out Dandy Wellington. Not only is he an amazing creator who talks about fashion history, he also contributed to the official book on the exhibit. He is truly an expert. Now, while that is the inspo for the event, the dress code for attendees is a little bit more simplified. The tailored for theme is meant to allow for a little creative interpretation. Think items typically found in suits, things with structure, all tied together in that over-the-top Met Gala flair. I love this theme. However, Costco seems to have missed the memo. We may really have to lean into that creative interpretation loophole.
Some Paw Patrol chic? What does that mean?
Exactly what you think it sounds like.
I could have a Studio Ghibli moment. This is exactly the dress that the older sister wears in My Neighbor Totoro. You make it into like a top if you wanted to go very 2000s. This with jeans, Disney Channel. I don't think I can do safari. I don't think that fits the theme today. Again, we're doing tailors. You're doing kind of stuff inspired by suits, very like menswear. So that's really what we have to focus on.
Finally, I found something that would hopefully work, at least in theory.
I feel like I have a shirt like this. You could do this, boots, a belt. That's a date night. I'm trying not to only pick one, but like a white button-up is really chic, and so it can be very versatile. Ooh, that might actually. You do this, a button-down and like a corset with some boots. That would actually be pretty sick.
Dearest, I was feeling inspired. I had a vision for how this button-down would take us from casual to date night to the Met Gala.
Now this is tailored for you. So my ideas go to like Dochi Grammy dress and seeing how we can kind of bring that along a couple different ways. So a button-down, some nice pants, a skirt would be nice. We might go look at some flowers, see if we can accessorize. It's cooking up here.
Using the button-up as our through line would help us keep our costs down and leave room for some creative addition.
If this was just a couple of years ago, we would have just bought all of these and gone to the Met Gala as a bush. But unfortunately, we're just doing suits. No shade to the theme. It just means that I don't get to live my AstroTurf fantasy. One day, baby.
One day.
But while a suit made of AstroTurf was out of my budget for today, we could accessorize. Need a bag? There's a cushion for that.
First.
A hat? Sure, you can make one.
Imagine you fill this with like styrofoam, right? And then you wear it as a hat.
Giving pyramid head.
That feels tailored, right? Feels very structured. Put the fake flowers on top. Make it feel like an upside down kind of vase moment.
Or maybe find one a little more mainstream.
This is fashion. I think it's a look. Tiny hats.
Or even do whatever this is.
What do you think? Met Gala date night every day?
Okay, take a breath, stop brainstorming, and lock in.
I think this is the plan. We're gonna use the white button-down beach cover-up through everything. We're gonna go for like casual walk around doing your groceries with the white shirt open. And then I think like white shirt as dress for like our date night. And then I just have to make a decision about what's usable for the Met Gala. I really want to be floral. I really want like a headpiece because that feels like extreme Met Gala.
There are 3 tricks into making an affordable outfit look like you actually spent $1 million, or at least a couple hundred. And I'm going to utilize all 3 of those tricks to see if our outfits can fool you over on Instagram.
Stick around because we're gonna see what happens.
Can we really make 3 levels of outfits from Costco? Is Costco really couture worthy? It's time to gather all our items, head to the checkout, and pray that the fashion gods are with us. Let's unpack.
All right, this is our Costco haul. All of the items here are going to be used to build our 3 different levels of outfit. Our everyday, our date night, and our Met Gala worthy outfit. Inspired by, tailored for you. Now we did come in under budget at about $146 out of our $150 we had to spend. And that's for all of our outfits.
Which means that ding ding ding, our outfits officially pass our first test. Per us.
We are going to be reusing these items throughout each look.
The Happy Meal. Loved by parents, adored by kids, and even rumored to be a favorite of kings and queens. The Royal Supper, featuring the Happy Meal.
I'm so gonna cut myself.
Varying degrees. So let's go through each look. Anything that we use for our outfit that is not from this haul will count against its Costco Purity Score, which is a totally legit unit of measurement.
It's a delicate balance, theorists. A high Costco Purity Score means a higher overall cost, since the items I use for my closet do not count towards their total. But a high cost means you all have to guess high for me to fool you. And a low-cost item could need a really low Costco Purity Score, and a potential failure at fooling you. So, which will win out?
Let's go through each look.
Starting with outfit 1, the casual look. All of our looks are going to involve our button down.
It is definitely the star of the show. It's going to be in every single one of our looks, and for the price we got it, that's really good. I'm a little worried about the sheer nature of what's going on here, and I might need to steam it. It's a little wrinkled.
The goal for this look is a running errand chic. We want to feel effortless, cute, and of course, expensive. The way that we're doing that is with our first trick of the day, logos.
Now, first up here is our Adidas hat. A white hat is really fashionable. It really elevates looks but makes it feel very casual at the same time. We have some Calvin Klein joggers.
This is going to be our
go to the grocery store, go to Erewhon, and feel like we fit into the culture despite the fact that our outfit came from Costco.
They were also our most expensive item so far. Now, I know wearing a ton of logos can be a little cliche and not a little bit tacky. However, wearing familiar logos of what people view as expensive brands, even when you got them at a Costco price, can make people think you spent way more than you did. We're gonna finish up this outfit with a tank top from a 3-pack costing $10.99, making the shirt itself only $3.66, and finishing with the only pair of shoes we could afford.
These Comfort Cloud slides, and we're gonna try our best to
Maybe?
give that
I don't know.
item to Supreme and spend way too much money.
I'll be right back. Kind of. Yeah, it's an idea. Takes too long to dry though. Alright, that's not gonna work. Nope, that won't work either. Damn it. Nah, maybe it will.
And we did it. So let's see how it all looks put together.
All right, this is outfit 1, our casual everyday. I feel like this is something I've seen people walk around in like an Erewhon. We have our Calvin Klein joggers, our slides that are surprisingly comfortable, our overshirt, which is doing pretty well. The hat makes it feel casual fun. Without the hat, it would look a little too White Lotus, whereas this is White Lotus's younger cousin, or their assistant. I would say when it comes to Costco, their sizes seem to run a bit large. These are the mediums, and they're a little too big. They sit just a little too wide, not quite tailored for you, as the Met Gala would say.
But couldn't fool you into thinking it was expensive. The total price for this outfit is $60.62. Over on Instagram, I posted this story and I asked you to guess the price. If the majority of you overestimate the price, it will pass. But if the majority of you call me on my bluff, then it fails. After tallying all of your answers, 55.95% of people guessed that this outfit was more expensive than its actual price, meaning that you were fooled, and this outfit gets a pass. But what was even more impressive than that is that 34% of you were fooled enough that you thought this outfit was worth $100 or more. Why? The logos. As this purist put it, I'm seeing name brands, so I'm thinking somewhere around $200. Yep, logos may be cringe, but they work very well at fooling people into thinking that your fit is fancy.
And this outfit is full Costco. Everything here is full Costco,
which gives it a 100% Costco purity score. Not a bad start. On to outfit 2.
Yep,
this is our date night option. And like outfit 1, it will also be using the white button down, as well as one of our tank tops for an undershirt. If you're wondering why we need an undershirt, well, if you recall, this was the vision.
a button down and like a corset with some boots. That would actually be pretty sick.
Since the shirt is oversized, it's going to pull double duty as a dress for our date night. However, it's a little sheer, so our tank top will serve to preserve some modesty. We will also be adding 2 more Costco items to this ensemble. A pair of socks from this 6-pack, and
we have some slip shorts. It's a 2-pack of a black and a white pair of slip shorts. This is to go under our cover-up when we're using it as a dress. If I can help it score just a little bit by having the undergarments match and also have some kind of slip, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it from Costco.
For the rest of the look, we are going to have to pull from my closet. Yeah, Costco was lacking in the belt and accessory department. We'll have to wait and see how that affects our Costco purity score after we see the full vision.
So this is where we're at. We have a lovely corset top, which is something I really enjoy wearing. We have some boots that cover a lot of the legs, so it's still fairly modest while also being a little, you know, a hello there, madame, monsieur, whatever your orientation may be. It's very Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction. It's very anime waifu, but that might just be the bangs. Because this is so high contrast, I went with a black necklace. We have some silver hair accessories, silver in the corset. The boots are a mix of silver and gold. Costco really didn't have accessories to add to things. They didn't really have jewelry for me. They didn't really have hair accessories. We tried. I think sideways it doesn't work as well because this thing hangs really weird even when I tuck it into the corset. I think that we succeeded in making a cool date night outfit. We didn't really succeed in making most of it from Costco because, let's be real, if I put sneakers with this, the look is very different. Instead of being Uma Thurman, we would have been Tom Cruise in Risky Business.
The total cost of this outfit, $26.57. And according to your guesses on my story, an astounding 94.2% of you guessed that this outfit cost more than that, with 57.1% guessing that this outfit actually cost more than $100. Wow. Theorists, this outfit really fooled you. And it did it by using trick number 2, carrying affordable items with other items that are, or at least apparently, more high-end. This makes the cheaper item look more expensive to the everyday passerby. Let's call it the expensive by association loophole. And here's a little secret. Those high-end items don't actually have to be super pricey. They just need to look elevated enough to pass as a luxury item. So outfit number 2 succeeded in fooling you, but it did not succeed in being pure Costco. With a Costco purity score of 44.4%, that is an overall fail for outfit 2, which means that Costco has 1 pass and 1 fail for this episode, leaving just 1 outfit to settle the tie. It is finally time for our couture option, inspired by the Met Gala's Tailored for You theme, as much as we could by Costco's standards. In addition to our white button down from the previous 2 rounds, we are bringing back the socks, the slip shorts, and the tank top. Listen, this outfit's gonna need everything it can get to get even close to a passable Costco purity score and still look couture. I'll also be adding a pair of chino shorts. When it came to good suit-like pant options, Costco didn't have many, and most of them were very ill-fitting men's trousers. So, since my inspiration for this look is that iconic Dochi Grammy moment, these shorts seem to be the best option available.
They seem pretty good, and hopefully, they stand up to the looking expensive part.
And then, theorists, it was time for my big Met Gala extravaganza moment. Because trick number 3 for fooling people into thinking your outfit is expensive is to make it a runway-ready statement. Whether you watch runway shows or red carpet,
putting bows on this bitch.
You are probably familiar with how unwearable many of the items seem to be. They can feel more like art than an actual outfit. And that is the key to this trick. My runway-inspired idea? The headpiece. You all know I was set on doing a headpiece, and I wanted it to involve flowers. But I have some good news and some bad news, theorists. The bad news is that Costco didn't have any fake flowers, so instead we got a potted hydrangea plant.
I'm a little worried because it sat in my car for like 10-15 minutes in 90-degree heat, and now it's a little wilted.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not giving Met Gala. However, we can nurse this plant back to health after this. It just might not make it onto our look, which means we'll need to find something else to fill our fastener.
The good news is that I had some fake flowers lying around the house for just these kind of emergencies. So, for fairness, the price of our original flowers will count towards the total cost of the outfit
I can't put these on until I get those in.
Score, because it's not Costco's fault that California was just way too hot. For the rest of our fastener, my original option was a little too heavy and a little too expensive. So I settled for something a little bit more reasonable.
Now this is our 5-tier planter stacker. They have 5 different bases in here, but I'm gonna take one and turn it into a fastener for my head. My whole vision is kind of like a lovely, tailored button-down moment as a vase.
Please, fashion gods, do not let me do my Florida sister dirty with this one.
All right, my floral theorists, what do we think? Did I succeed my goals? We have a floral hat, flowers coming out of my
I think she
sleeve,
could have done
a
better
waist
with the hat, but
for the gods.
I'm a crafter,
And
so.
it all feels like it's tailored for me in that it's tailored to my taste and my whims. The waist is
Although I've never been at a Costco, so she's probably done better than anything I could ever come up with.
Costco chino shorts underneath. We have some great boots. We bringing in the gold. These are fake flowers from the house. This is the bouquet for my sister's wedding where I was one of the bridesmaids. These are the roses for my bouquet when I play Helena. And these are one that lives in the kitchen. And I destroyed a costume headpiece I had to glue to the bottom of this thing, so now it can be a headband. But unfortunately, Costco doesn't really sell headbands. I asked. I was like, can you point me to the headbands? They're like, we don't sell those. They didn't sell hair ties either, which is what's holding these flowers to my wrists. And so I think technically we wouldn't get told we don't fully fit the theme, though they'll be like, why flowers? And I'm like, why not flowers? Doesn't everyone want to feel like a vase? Doesn't everyone want to be a grass type Pokemon? I don't know about you, but I certainly do. And this is how that looks. So let's go review all of our outfits and see if we succeeded. Costco's great for some things, but is it great for fashion? I feel like the numbers will have to tell us.
Let's look at those numbers then. The total cost of this outfit, $57.54. And how many of you did this outfit fool into thinking it cost more? Drum roll, please. 81.69%. Nice.
I don't know what to do now.
Understood the assignment. Guess.
My glue gun is dying. I don't want to get a new one. This is my mom's glue gun. It's older than me. I would like to get this exact glue gun again because it doesn't overheat, although it is starting to heat up more than it usually did, so the filaments must finally be dying on it. Fuck!
Saying that this was the most expensive outfit of the three, with 29.5% of you guessing that this was worth over $300, and 8.4% even guessing that it cost $1,000 or more. That's wild. And with a Costco purity score of 58.3, it means that with 2 out of 3 wins, we can finally answer the question, Costco, will it fashion? Yes, it will. But hey, that's just a theory. A style theory. Keep looking sharp. Next time on Style Theory.
100 years ago, proms became a beloved high school tradition. But which decade has the most influence on the dresses we wear today? We are about to find out.
It's been said you should have money in your head, not in your heart. I say it should end up in your pocket. So, how do you get yours? The answer is zero commission trades. Now go get yours.
Tide Oxymax Power Pods one-ups the cleaning power of liquid.
Can it one-up whatever they're doing?
For sure.
Seriously?
One-up the power of liquid, one-up the toughest stains. Any further questions? One-up the power of liquid with Tide Oxymax Power Pods.
Okay, first of all, like, what is hockey?
We're a hockey stick company. We're trying to make hockey more accessible. Even if it's just one person, I want to make them join hockey and include them in the sport. I love it. Make it more
I don't want the
accessible.
bows. Bows can fuck right off. Shoot.
Arm & Hammer Hardball Lightweight Litter. It's crazy hard with virtually indestructible clumps and lightweight.
You gotta check this out.
Amazing. I'm obsessed with humans on the internet.
Switch now to Arm & Hammer Hardball Lightweight Litter.
We've all been wrong about FNAF.
Want to see something cool?
Since its release, its place in the timeline has remained an unconfirmed mystery. But now we have the week before.
Hide your things
a book
inside.
set a week before the very first game.
That
Will
still
it
smells
solve
like
this
mayonnaise,
10-year-old
but-
mystery, or is it going to leave the timeline even more broken? Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that reads the FNAF books so you don't have to. Like, seriously, why are there 25 of these things? But regardless of how I feel about the mere existence of these things, Scott is still pumping them out, and now we've got a new series of interactive novels, starting officially with The Week Before. For those of you who don't know, The Week Before is FNAF's legally distinct version of a choose-your-own-adventure book. They can't legally call it that because it's trademarked.
I
Don't
didn't
worry
know.
about it. In this book, we take on the role of
Oh, wow.
Ralph, a Freddy's security guard working the night shift the week before FNAF 1. The same security guard that we hear during each night of FNAF 1.
Hello. I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in your first night.
That's right, Ralph is Phone Guy. Nice to finally put a name to a voice. From here, you get to figure things out. Some paths will take you through the pizzeria that we know so well at this point. Others will offer you new storylines, and others will land you exactly where Phone Guy ends up during the night 4 call of FNAF 1. As you might have guessed, this book has caused quite a stir in the FNAF community. Firstly because, well, it's actually a pretty good book. The interactive element really gamifies the whole reading experience and builds the anticipation of where it's going. But the real reason it's become such a hot button topic is because it provides us with answers to some of our most burning questions about this franchise. Not just who Phone Guy is, but who did the Bite of 87, with the employees' new tactics of flashing their lights to stop the animatronic, and Phone Guy's insistence that the animatronic never bit a kid, with the emphasis on kid. All signs point towards it being Foxy. How many spirits are inside of Golden Freddy? Well, according to the Sixth Night, Ralph is overwhelmed by a noise of "it's me" when he's touched by Golden Freddy. But underneath that noise is a different voice speaking in false sentences. 2 voices, 2 spirits. Who those spirits are and how it works are theories for another day. But it's been so exciting to finally feel like we're getting some answers to questions we've had since that very first game. However, the biggest question that I and many other theorists wanted answered was, what year does FNAF 1 take place? This book is literally set the week before FNAF 1, so if anything was going to give us the answer, it was this. Or so we thought. In true FNAF fashion, while offering answers to some questions, this book is cryptic about others. As I went back through the book and the evidence surrounding FNAF 1's date, I noticed something. We've been looking at this entirely wrong. There's a detail that's been hanging over us for a whole decade. A detail that changes not just when in the timeline FNAF 1's pizzeria existed, but the entire timeline as we know it. Grab your camera viewing tablets, friends, because we gotta go back to the original Freddy's for one more night to figure out when FNAF 1 really takes place.
Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to get settled into your first night. Welcome to Lumen X FNAF 2024, where fun and style come alive at night. Can't read the rest, it's covered in ketchup. Anyway, I'm sure you've already taken a look at the camera, but just some extra information for you. You can see Tom wearing the Glam Rock and Freddy Bunch tee. Careful with him. He will talk your head off about the moon not existing. Then you have Lee in the withered canvas jacket and the comeback tee. Just a constant professional, but still deadly. He does have a sword. Santi you can find sporting the endo jacket and scrap tee. Don't worry too much about him, though. He's all bark and no bite. Let's see. Then Amy. Keep your eye on Amy and her Fredbear reversible fleece and Night Terrors joggers. She's small, but definitely gives off "will rip you apart" vibes, and actually will. I think that's it. Keep an eye on the animatronics. Lock the doors if they get close. Yeah. Oh, wait, don't forget about Ash. The next Lumen X FNAF collaboration. Now live at lumenofficial.com. Why do people keep taking this job?
1993 has basically been the de facto date for FNAF 1 ever since Matt's very first FNAF episode. He used the amount of money earned in the week and compared it with the minimum wages throughout the year, which landed him somewhere in the early 90s. Combine that with the fact that most weekly employees are paid on Fridays, with the date we get paid in FNAF 1 being November 12th, and you find the only year that fits is 1993. We almost got confirmation of this date too, thanks to some leaked Faz facts from FNAF AR, saying things like Fazbear's Twisted Pizza recipe was voted most yummy by 6 out of 10 children in every survey from 1988 to 1993. But we were later told by Illumix, the company that made the game, not to use this cut content for lore purposes. These might have been cut because Scott just likes to be cryptic, or it could be because the date was wrong. Either way, it did sow the seeds of doubt within the community about the legitimacy of 1993 as our FNAF 1 year. Since then, a couple of other dates have been thrown around, but despite all of the theorizing, we never had something that felt truly really solid, which was where we all hoped the week before would come in and save the day. And at first, it seemed like it was doing just that. Throughout the book, Ralph not only records the phone calls that we get to hear during the first game, but he also listens to his old recordings that, according to him, are from very long ago. Quote, "It's strange to listen to a recording of yourself, especially one from so long ago. If you remember correctly, your daughter had just been born." I know, it is strange listening to a recording of yourself. Welcome to my life, mate. At the very start of this story, we learned that Ralph's daughter Pelia is 11 years old. And so, if this recording was made around when she was born, and that initial recording says it's from Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, not Fredbear's Family Diner, then the earliest this game could take place is 11 years after Freddy's opened in 1983, making the year 1994. Now, there's always a chance that he recorded the calls a year or so before the opening, or he simply rounded up the year. The phrase "just been born" could mean sometime between Capellia literally being born and being 12 to 24 months old, which would allow for 1993 to still fit the bill here. That is, if it wasn't for something YouTuber The Unwithered Truth pointed out. They also did a whole video trying to figure out the year of FNAF 1, but they found an interesting detail. The page where we're told Ralph recorded these phone guy messages around when his daughter was born has two major faults. The first is that to get to this page, it requires some really odd pathway choices. By getting through to the 6th night on your first playthrough, you unlock a mobile phone, which the book calls the bonus item. You then need to restart the book with the bonus item in your inventory. At various points, the book offers you a chance to use the bonus item, and you're encouraged to do so whenever this option is presented, because that leads to canon FNAF 1 phone calls being recorded. However, to get to the page about when your daughter was born, you actually have to reject recording the night 1 phone call. On this new path, you instead need to call the voicemail service. But to do that, you need a code. This code is on the mobile phone's speed dial, but you would only know that if you had taken the previous prompt and used the bonus item to record the night 1 phone call, skipping this voicemail section entirely. Plus, it doesn't use the typical bonus item prompt. It just says if you have the 4-digit code. Without the bonus item, you never know what this code is. But if you have the bonus item, you'd have likely skipped this page and recorded the night 1 phone call. Yes, it is technically possible to do things this way, but it flies in the face of logic for the reader. Of course, you could just dismiss this as a small mistake, but then once you do get to the page about your daughter's age, we find another problem. It contains information that directly contradicts other information in the book. On this page, it tells you you've never brought Capellia here, as in where you work, Freddy Fazbear's. Yet later on in the book, it says she's never gotten over the time you brought her to work to meet the animatronics when she was 7. Both of these things cannot be true. Either she's been to Freddy's or she hasn't. And so it makes it really difficult to lean on Capellia's age as a defining piece of evidence to settle this debate. Fortunately, there are a few other clues to help us out. Throughout the book, it becomes clear that Ralph has a bit of an affinity for modern pop culture, specifically movies and TV shows. On page 147, he references The Goonies. On page 194, he punches in the code 1234, and when it's to Death Breath, which comes from the movie The Lost Boys. This thing is full of references like this, and they're mostly from the 1980s. The Goonies was first released in 1985, Spaceballs was released in 1987, and The Lost Boys was also released in 1987. However, there is one year that comes up more commonly. On page 157, Ralph says how Bruce Willis makes crawling through vents look easy, referencing Die Hard from 1989. On page 176, he mentions watching Lethal Weapon movies, as in more than just the original, with the sequel coming out in 1989. He even references an episode of Star Trek on page 8, Who Watches the Watcher, an episode that was released in 1989. And finally, he mentions his daughter playing a Sega Genesis console, which was released in, you guessed it, 1989. With all of these references to the same date, it really feels like the emphasis is on this year, especially given that none of these references come from media that goes beyond November 1989, the month which we know FNAF 1 takes place, thanks to the paycheck. And if you remove the broken page about recording the phone calls when Ralph's daughter was born, you no longer need to worry about Freddy's being around 11 years prior, which makes
I don't have any gumption.
a really solid candidate, at least at first.
I just don't. Tired. I'm uninspired. I'm not lazy because I want to do something. I just don't know what. So we'll try something else for now. Let's play with some polymer clay for a few minutes. Oh, the window. time is it anyway? There are 3 things on the step, so that's not too bad. 10. Nope, I think I'm done for the night. Alright, I'm good. Alright, you guys have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. I'm going to bed.